this opportunity to maybe a little more playing time this week?
I mean, you just gotta take it on head on, like regular. Treat it like it's the next game. I mean, next game is the most important game. So I mean, you don't look at it as nothing different. You know, there's just gotta figure out to go one. This week, and it's that plain and simple. So
How do you feel like you've grown this year?
I feel like I've grown a lot. I mean, compared to just being around the guys with Z and Miles and just learning, dating back to last year. I mean, I feel like I learned a lot off the field as compared to being on the field. So I mean, I just credit that to the best in the room. I credit that to the coaches and whatnot, and the scheme we played. You know, just being more comfortable out there on the field. So I mean, I don't have to think as much. I don't have to, worry about techniques and stuff. Just actually just trusting myself and just staying calm and collected throughout plays, and just doing that. I mean, the rest will take care of itself. So when I thought about that, it was like, okay, I got everything under control.
I remember back at the Greenbrier, you would see Miles kind of pull you aside, and, like work with you guys between reps and things like that. How did that develop, especially with Joel?
I mean, especially in our position, hands is probably the most best factor. I mean, to go along with the feet. So it's just having Miles as that player coach. I mean, you can't ask for a better player to be there for you, and he still does that to this day. So I mean, we could be in the film room and he does the same exact thing. So whatever you can take from Miles, trust me, he knows what he's doing. So he's gonna lead you in the right direction. So.
What impact has Jim Schwartz had on you this season?
Jim made me a whole lot comfortable, especially with his attack scheme, because it's something that I've done back in college. So I mean, he's made it real plain and simple. We made it simple. That's the first thing we sat down and had a conversation with when he first got here. He was just, we're gonna be real simple. We're gonna attack. We're not gonna react. We're not gonna sit and wait on anything. We're gonna take the blow to them. So when we sat down and talked about it, it kind of eased my words a little bit about what we was gonna do as a defense. So, I mean, it benefited us well, especially the D line. So.
Alex, just thinking about what we see from you recently, getting to the quarterback, it seems like your hands has maybe become a stronger part of your game, and using your upper body more as your rushing quarterbacks. How do you feel like that part of your game has developed over the last year plus?
I feel like it's developed a lot, but at the end of the day, I still got a lot to work on. I mean, and you can see it, talking to Miles and Z and, coaches, it's like when you out there on the field and you watch stuff on film, it's like, okay, I see what I can work on. Also, I see what I can still work on. Even if I get to the quarterback, how can I get to the quarterback faster? I can get to the quarterback in a much more cleaner way. So, I mean, it's the fact of, just trusting techniques and, just being repetitive and, just sharpening my tools. So, I mean, it's just that simple. I mean, just sharpening tools.
Was the learning curve steeper than you expected last year when you got here? I mean, I guess what was it like when you first got here last year compared to where you are now?
I mean, it was different. Like, I didn't know how to take the approach in an honest way. Didn't take an approach to, just the lifestyle of NFL and whatnot. I learned a lot, of course, but it took me a while to figure out everything that I thought I had figured out already. But being in the NFL, you learn a lot of stuff that you thought that you had an itch. You think you would know. So just the fact of learning certain things, certain new techniques, new terminology, new techniques and stuff like that. So it took me a while to approach it. And that goes along with off the field too. So that was my main focus, especially going into the end of the season. I knew what I had to work on. I knew what I can improve on. So I took that into the offseason. I made that my main point of emphasis.
Alex, I know this game doesn't have implications for the playoffs. You guys are locked in, but how much do you guys feed off of momentum? Getting another win, keeping the win streak alive, going into the playoffs with a win under your belt. How much does that matter to you guys?
I mean, it matters. Like I said, it's just the next game. But when you got the guys in this room, we trust each other on the field. So, and at the end of the day, we put together a great game plan to go into Sunday. I mean, just to go out there and play against Cincy, just because it's the next game, or we're not looking forward to the playoffs or whatnot. It's also it's the next game. We don't care that it's the last game of the season. We just look forward as we got to go 1-0 this week against Cincy. So.
Alex, you guys have talked all season long about this next minute mentality, but you guys have really embodied it. What is it about this group that has allowed you guys to turn of a cliche phrase into like truly who you guys are?
I mean, you guys speak the words into existence, especially me personally. You know, when Obo and Mo went down, it was the fact of the matter is, you know, once the opportunity presents itself, I gotta treat myself as if the flow cannot be messed up on the D-line when I go out there. So my thing is when I took it upon myself, I had to, you know, take it very seriously, and that's just the standard that we have not only in the D-line room but as a defense in general. So I mean, we all have a standard. You always have to be ready, no matter when the time is called. So you never know. So and that's pretty much what we led by. You know, we try to not lead by words. We try to lead by examples and whatnot. So we just speak it into existence. You know, we live by that statement.
When Mo and Obo went down, like, I guess, what did they share with you about your opportunity and vice versa? I guess, what did you ask them about just I don't know, about the opportunity, I guess?
I mean, as soon as we heard that Obo went down, I automatically knew that I was going to be the next person up. So just talking to myself and, you know, just motivate myself day in and day out is like, okay, the opportunity's here. You've been waiting for it. This is what you have to do. This is what you need to do. And I could just kept telling myself, and the more, you know, practice went on throughout the week, the more confidence I got. So when it started in Chicago, you know, when I started to make plays here and there, and I just felt that confidence just shoot sky high. So when it did that, it was just like, okay, now I got to figure out how to keep this going. And once I kept it going, it's just now we're just on this train. I'm just same mentality in practice. You know, just trying to figure out how to keep it going. So.
You stepped in for him, obviously, but now that you've gotten established yourself, what's it like to see Obo come back from an injury that people thought was season-ending at one point? Now he's coming back to practice and play.
Man, Obo is a true warrior, man. Yeah, people really don't. If people on the outside looking at it really don't know Obo, they just see what goes on social media and whatnot. But Obo is a gentle person. He's a kind person. He's a brother. He's a hard worker. So having him back in the room, not only, you know, there are more laughs in the room again. Not saying there wasn't laughs before, but you know, just having him back in the room is it's good to see it's good to see him back.
Alex, what is it about just the way Jim kind of taught you guys and worked with you guys defensively that's allowed for when somebody else has to step in, somebody who's maybe not a starter or an everyday player, and it's so flawlessly worked for just kind of pick things up. So what is it about his system that's working for you guys?
I mean, like I said, it's simple. You don't have to think so much in his defense. You don't have to react so much in his defense. You don't have to ask so many questions in his defense. You know, it's just the fact that he make it real short and sweet for us. So I mean, once it's short and sweet, we don't have to. It prevents a lot of problems. Let's say it prevents a lot of problems on the field and practice. You know, you got your questions and stuff like that, but as soon as, you know, we get on the field, all those answers are solved. So it's like it allows us to move around more freely as a unit. So I mean, once you move around as a unit, you know, everybody can play at their best of the ability. No one is, you know, thinking. It's real simple. So.
Good.
Good job.